This project is sponsored by PCBWay. PCBWay is one of the most experienced PCB manufacturing company in China in field of PCB prototype and fabrication. They provide completed PCB assembly service with worldwide free shipping and ISO 9001 quality control system. Also, on their site there is an online Gerber viewer where you can upload your Gerber and drill files to render your board. So, if you want to make a PCB for your electronic project, PCBWay is a great choice for you. Visit their website and www.pcbway.com for more services. Hello! In this project I will present you a very simple bit frequency oscillator type of metal detector. BFO metal detectors are relatively simple and inexpensive compared to other types of metal detectors. It is one of the simplest and most common types of metal detectors. The principle of operation is as follows. When a metallic object is in close proximity to the search coil, the bit frequency produced will be different compared to when there is no metal present. This change in the bit frequency indicates the presence of a metal object and allows the users to identify and locate it. The metal detector described in this project is extremely simple to build, containing only 3 transistors. However, despite its simplicity, it gives excellent results. If properly adjusted according to the instructions, it is able to detect a small coin at distance at 15 centimeters and a large metal object at distance of 50 centimeters and more. As I mentioned earlier, the detector is extremely simple to build and contains only 3 transistors and a few additional passive elements, resistors and capacitors. As an indicator of the presence of metal object, a piezo speaker or a crystal earpiece is used, but for the purpose of the video I added this small audio amplifier with LM386 integrated circuit and a small speaker. For the inductance L1, I used a small deep coloring inductance, but if you don't have one, you can make it yourself by winding a thin insulated copper wire on a small ferrite core. The number of windings should be determined experimentally or with inductance meter in such a way that the inductance of L1 and L2 tends to be identical. I made the small PCB for this project by hand with a marker and etched with hydrochloric acid and hydrogen as a catalyst, so I remembered the old days. However, if you want to make a professional PCB for this project or for any other electronic project, PCBWay is a great choice for you. And now a few words about the settings. A BFO metal detector consists of 2 oscillators. The reference oscillator created around L1 and search oscillator created around L2. The output signals of the reference and search oscillator are combined, creating a bit frequency audible to the human ear. When the search coil is near a metal object, it disrupts the electromagnetic field generated by the search oscillator. This disturbance affects the bit frequency produced by the oscillators, and the user can hear the change in the audio output, such as change in pitch or tone. Depending on the accuracy of the inductance L1 and L2 and other parts, you may need to add or remove turn or two from L2 to get both oscillators operating at the approximately safe frequency. As an alternative to adding or removing turns, you can wind the coil with various taps or change the shape of the coil. This potentiometer serves to fine-tuning the oscillating frequency of the reference oscillator and thus of the detector itself. The detector is tuned when no sound or very low sound or very low frequency sound is heard on the handset. Now let's see how the metal detector works in real conditions in the air. And finally, a short conclusion. As you could see in the demonstration, the sensitivity of the detector is incredibly good considering the small number of components. You can find several types of metal detectors with free transistors in the form of a kit on AliExpress, but the range for large metal object is only 7 to 8 centimeters and for a coin about 3 centimeters. The only drawback of the metal detector that I have presented to you so far is its relatively high instability, so it must be constantly adjusted using the potentiometer. However, it is good as a beginner metal detector project and can provide us with a lot of fun. Of course, for more serious purpose, I recommend you to make one of the metal detectors made with a microcontroller, which you can see in my previous videos.